What's up, Sagar? Good morning, man. Hope you're doing all right. Morning work diver, good to see you. All right, and as you guys can see, I am jumping in on this Wayfair trade. Wayfair is way overextended, no pun intended. Um, it's way overextended. I started in with just 25 shares here. I got another 25 shares here about $5 later, and another 25 shares here about another $5 later. I am expecting a pretty severe pullback on this, and this could provide a pretty significant win today. So I'm hoping we get at least enough of a pullback during pre-market because it is nearing all-time highs. But here's the thing: Wayfair, does not have the best news on it right now. They, the news this morning was Wayfair stock drops after losses deepen year over year. Okay, so there is a 35, almost 36% short float on this. So what I'm banking on right now is that we are in the middle of a short squeeze, and that people are going to wake up in the morning and want to take some serious profit. And I've got plenty of opportunity to continue loading in and bringing my average up. So I do plan on doing so. Now, I don't think. I think we're going to get a very significant sell-off. I could be wrong about that, and I hope I'm not, honestly. But I think I'm pretty sure. I've seen this sort of thing happen over and over and over again, and it seems like we have a really good potential for that to be the case, which is why I'm in it. And I figured it could probably get up to these levels here and even do maybe like a false breakout past those levels. But again, what I'd really like to see is here in pre-market, I'd like to see a significant enough pullback to come out. So we had a pretty significant drop right there. All I really need for it to do is get down into the lower 160s, which I think is possible. If it looks like it's going to snap back, then I'll get out with a small loss. And really, I should have added up here, but I wanted to see if it would break out even a little bit more past it. So, but yeah, I could see a pullback at least to 164. But we'll see. We'll see what this does. It's either going to squeeze me out at some point, or we're going to finally get that pullback. I mean, if you look at it, even here on the 30-minute and in the 60-minute, I mean, we are way overextended on this stock. It's extremely overbought right now. And like I said, I think what we're seeing is just a massive short squeeze. So I am kind of banking on that. I'm thinking that it can, at the very least, retrace back to the 151 to 154 areas. So Sagar, yes, GNPX. I think I've got that right here. I'm also watching that one. We'll see. This one can make moves. We can see that it's a former runner, and it's made some pretty intense moves in the past. So yeah, I would definitely be looking for that to make a significant move. SGBX, I was not too fond of. I actually took it off my watch list. I feel like it's made most of the move. This is one of those ones where, we should probably just set alerts. It's got to break back up past 8, really at least get past the 200-day moving average at $6.71. I mean, that would be really the ideal case for that. So otherwise, I'm not too interested. MVIS, kind of kicking myself a little here because MVIS, I saw it. Let's see, where was it yesterday? It had retraced. No, it came up here and bounced back. Yeah, I think it was around this area right here yesterday. I looked at it and I thought, man, I had to just jump in with 5,000 shares. And I think it was here. Yeah, when it came back to test again, I think I thought about jumping in with like 5,000 shares and just taking it if we got a 2 cent drop on it. Um, and I really wish I had done that because it was looking strong. It was looking very strong. So um, RVP is another one that seemed to do really well yesterday, but it's not doing as well today. You know, it's had a pretty massive run up here, as you can see, but I don't know. Really don't trust it right now. I may just take this one off the watch list. I mean, I'll hold on to it, I guess, just in case. Let's come back up here and look at this again. This may be a good place to add another 25 shares if we're going to start getting some. I'm only in 75 shares, and I'm bringing the average up considerably. Okay, I've got 100 now at 167.21. So if we could bring this back to 165.21, I would come out the first 50 shares there. We may continue to get a squeeze here. This could be the resistance point. We'll see. Okay, it's continuing to squeeze. Where is it? 167.21. Okay. Let's see. This is another good one too, by the way, today, guys. CHGG. Let me see what the news was on this. CHGG. Earnings growth guidance. Yeah. Okay, so they're going up here on some pretty good news. Trust me, guys, I know this Wayfair squeeze does not look good. But I am still pretty positive we're going to get enough of a pullback to at least come out of this, if nothing else. Let's see here. Okay, we got 125 now at a 169.87 average. I've definitely got enough to continue to add for a while. So we'll get the pullback. It's just a matter of when. 169.87. I know it looks bad, guys, trust me. But I'm pretty confident we're going to get this pullback here. This is way overextended. And again, with the news that's out on it, there's got to be some kind of profit taking. Go ahead and up one more time. So we got 150 at a 171 average. So if we get a retest of 168.94, we'll take out 150 at 168.94. Think we should be able to get that. If we're going to start losing this, I think it can break the 170 level. There we go. See if we get a crush down through 175. Confirmed crush down through there, and then we would just need to break through 170, and I think we could get it out. Let's see here, 168, yeah. Yeah, if we break 170.81, yeah, I think we'd be able to pull it out there, guys. Just need to see a continued flush, continued sell-off at these levels. Let's see, 168.94, yeah. See if we can get it. Hopefully before the bell rings too. Let's see. $168.33 is really what I should be going for on this. So let's pull that out there. Hopefully this will be it. Hopefully this is where the overhype was, the end of the squeeze. Although it could squeeze more, you know, and especially at the opening bell. But if we have enough people coming in to take profit at these high levels, that would be pretty significant. Again, all we need is a quick flush down. And I think we could even get to 166, if not even 162. Short it all. I'm with you, Matt. The report was bad. Less revenue than comparable quarter and more adjusted lost. Yeah. Yoni B, good morning. What's up, man? Hope you're doing all right. Good to see you. As you can see, I've been averaging in 25 shares all the way up to this point here on Wayfair. And looks like we're establishing a little bit of support here, but I think if we break that, we should definitely get a solid move down. This will be the first time on the 2 EMA that we break down past, or on the 2-minute chart where we break down past the 9 EMA. Hopefully we'll get that. Oh, thanks, Yoni B. Glad you enjoyed that. Glad you enjoyed that, man. There's a lot that can be said about that. I mean, there really is. We'll probably discuss more of that here in the live stream today. I'd like to go through some of that. Anyway. All right, come on. I'm really hoping we get this before this bell rings, but it's going to be really hard to see if we are going to get that. Come on. Come on. Let's get that solid break. Let's get that solid pullback. Tim Sykes pisses me off, but he is not wrong. He was also the first person that I heard say the KISS principle. I forget what that is. The KISS principle? Maybe a little unfamiliar with that, Yoni B. Keep it simple. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that. That was him? That's interesting. Come on. We got 30 seconds to the bell. I did not want this to be the case here. I was so hoping for a pullback. Hopefully we'll get a sell-off. Otherwise, I'll consider just taking it. Okay, here we go. Let's get the drop here. Man, what a fight. All right, guys. I had to come out half just because I have no clue where this is about to go. So I had to go ahead and come out half. I didn't want to do it. It was painful. But now it's resolving. Story of my life. Hopefully this will continue to resolve down. We've got 75 shares at 177.62, and I would look to take them probably around 164, 163. If we can get the break of 173.63. But this was too much to hold on to in case it decided that it was going to go ahead and squeeze again, and just did not want that to be the case. So if it looks like we're going to go down, I may jump in, another 100 shares. $173.63 is definitely a good add point. Or 173.63. Let's see. Yeah. Man, there's a huge struggle on this right now. Do not know why it just will not come down. Again, Wayfair does not have the best news on it right now. I was very confident that we were in a short squeeze, but typically, these short squeezes can resolve back to the downside pretty quickly. Doesn't mean that it can't, but boy, I'll tell you what, this is just, there we go. There we go. It's a nice flush. Should have gotten in an extra 100 shares there. Let's see. See if we can get a little bit of a pullback. Try that flush again. See if we can break 170. Let's see here. And I wish I had held through that. Be doing really well right now. But, it's, you got to remain disciplined. You got to, when you know that you're in a bad position, or a potentially bad position that could go against you really harshly, you've got to take it. You've got to take it. Okay, so we're going to jump in another 100 shares there. Look for the break of 170. There we go. Start taking profit soon. Need to see that break of 170. Need to see that break of 170. Come on. We would take 50 at 168.42. Should be able to break 170 and get down there. I think we're just on a little bit of a pullback here. Should be able to break down and get to 165. So I actually ought to put this at 167.42. Yeah, I think we can get there, and then maybe even 164 on the last 100 shares. But I'll go for 165.42. Unless it's looking bad. Guess I could do 75 shares at 167.42. Really need to see the flush. Really want to see the flush here at 170. Otherwise, I'll have to come out and then just reposition. $170.27. We should get more of a sell-off, like I said, at least down to these levels in the 160s. We should. Doesn't mean we will, but we definitely should. Go. There we go. See if we can get that break through 170. There we go. Come on. Okay, I may have to take half here. Really need to get that flush. Do not want to be forming a double bottom here. There we go. Come on. Come on. Push. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's see. There we go. We should be coming out 75 very soon. Go ahead and take it there. Okay, so we got 88 left at 170.28. I would like to see it down to 165. 28, 165, 28 on 88. Really would like to see that there. Might even consider taking it at 166. Might even get to 164. So, okay, let's see. This could be a turn. We need to break 160. Yeah. I think we can hit 165. If not even 164. I'm going to put 164 on those 88. And I'll be ready to take it at 165 if it looks like it's pausing. I'll just put it in for 166. One thing I like about this is SPY is remaining strong, but W is pretty much weak. So it's giving me a little more confidence because there's a great divergence there. Oh, I'll tell you what, I wish I could have held on up here and not sell half my position, but like I said, I mean, it was the best decision at the time. Just in case it did go against me, you know, the last thing you want to do is put yourself in a pretty detrimental situation financially. You know, you don't want to blow your account. It's not worth it. And so you know, I had to take a $900 loss right there out the gates, and it did not feel good, but it's just kind of what needed to be done at the time. So I think we're going to move down here. I think I'll get my fill at 164.28. This is a good level of consolidation here. Plus on the 5-minute, you know, it would be just a slight break below the 20 EMA. But we want to see the break of 168.10. Really need to see that break right now. Otherwise, I may just come out and then reposition. Okay, I don't like this. Okay, what is it trying to do here? May consider adding. Yeah, I think that was just a short seller covering just in case this ends up going back up, and it might. Unfortunately, I hope it doesn't, but we'll see. SPY's getting bought up pretty nicely. Let's see if we've got some other good potential moves going on out here. CHGG has no previous area of resistance, which can be pretty pretty dangerous to short. Let's see here. VIS is just kind of a chop fest right now. It looks like it wants to continue to move, but man, you got to be careful on that one. GMPX looks like it might be failing. I'm going to remove that one from the watch list for now. RVP, not a ton of volume on that right now. Going to remove that one. Need to see a break of 168.10. And we might even be able to retest, now that I'm looking at it, we might even be able to retest 163.28. So I'll have the 88 shares there. Actually, what I probably ought to do is take off 40 shares at 165.28 if we can make that. And then I'll let the other 48 shares run down to 163.28. Okay, we really need to see that break of 168.10 here. I've got two orders out there for if we do get the drop. If this is going to end up acting as support, we can see it touchdown perfectly here with this candle over here. There's a perfect touchdown there, as you can see. So if that acts as support, it's not going to be good. I don't think we're going to get a buy up today. I think what's going to happen is we could get a pullback to these levels up here, and then a gradual turnaround, a retest, and then break of this, you know, which means that I'll have to be in this position for a while. But I'd really love to see us get the move down here. Really would just love to get that move down there. We're staying below the 9 EMA on the 5-minute, but forming higher lows, so that's not good. Anyway, check back in here. CHGG could get the drop. Let's get in on that. See if we can get a good drop down here. There we go. Not quite. Let's see. Are we going to get it? We're going to get it? Wow, it's struggling. It's going to buy it back there at 98. Okay, it looks like it's holding. Okay, gonna come out half there. It's like I said earlier, it is different. It is dangerous to short stocks that have no previous area of resistance, but we've had such a run up and the SPY is weak right now, so I'm really just getting in on this for a pullback. I think we could get a pullback to 55. So even with 100 shares, you know, we would do all right on that trade. But may have to come out. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm going to come out that one. So I gave it a shot. Okay, this one has double bottomed at 68.10. Double bottomed. So that's not good. Really want to see a flush. Basically broke it. 68.01. Okay, so it's holding there, guys. But still a downwards trend. CHGG failed. So that's good. See if we can get a break of 168. That'll be pretty critical if we can. Let's just focus here. I am way behind on the comments in the chat. Sorry, guys. I know y'all have been talking over there, so I'll address the comments here soon. Okay, so it had a failed breakout there on CHGG. I really want to get the drop of 168. I think that'll be huge. We'll definitely add to the position there. SGBX, I just caught this out the corner of my eye for a short. Yeah, I guess if you can locate shares for shorting, but it looks like it's gone through most of the move already, so I'm not totally confident in that. Okay, CHGG breaking out. MVIS still chop. Tesla looks like it's been going through some chop. NCLH, that major drop this morning. Ooh, Guild looks like it's moving up for a nice pullback here. Let's see here. Guild usually offers some pretty good opportunities on pullbacks. So Wayfair can finally get the breakdown. We're going to go for the full move. Let me just show you my P&L right now. So we're doing all right. You know, it ain't great, but it ain't horrible. Guys, I got to take a quick break. I'll be right back. We'll start addressing some things in the chat. Okay, guys. All right. So I may have to get out and re-add if Wayfair is going to end up making some kind of big move back up. I'll probably want to get out and just reposition because it looks like it could be, you know, holding that, you know, remaining above that 9 EMA on the 15. I mean, we really need to get this drop of 168. And if we can't get that drop, you know, the only thing that's keeping me in this right now is the fact that, you know, it's remaining below the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. It's tightening up here. Volume has dropped off, so another squeeze could happen. But if it fails, then a really nice sell-off could come into play here. So we really need to see it come back here and break through 168. Like I said, otherwise, I mean, I'll have to start piecing out a little. SPY's making a pretty significant pullback. Tesla's looking good. Cruise liners are looking good for short. Come on, Wayfair. You know you've got guys that are wanting to take profit today. It's so overextended. With the news on it, there's got to be investors taking profit on this junk. I mean, it rallied from 134 all the way up to 180. So don't see how we can't get the drop on this, but stranger things have happened. Like I said, you know, you got a lot of people short on this right now, so could be some sort of a short squeeze. We could completely get the breakdown to 160 if this fails here. Absolutely no reason why Wayfair could not get the drop here. 168.01. There we go. Ooh, I am in. Took my order on that drop. We need to keep moving. Need to keep moving. Flush. Come on, let's get the flush. There we go. There we go. Continued flush. Come on. Come on, we need a continued flush here. 167. There we go. 167. There we go. There we go. Come on. 166 will come out half there. There we go. Okay. And can we get a continued move? 168.03 is the... Come on. Come on. We should totally be coming down to these 163 levels. Come on. $166.47, 61. Come on. Got 94 shares here. Okay, come on. Okay. I'm going to take another half at 166.91. Ah. Okay, maybe not. Come on, there we go. Got out half there. And let's just see how far we can ride this other 50 shares. Hopefully down to 163. 163. 03. Yeah, Yoni B, you're right, man. This has been a crazy, crazy ride. Just can you imagine if I had not sold those other the other half of my shares up here? I saw this. This is why I did it. I'll show you where I did it too. Let's see. Studies. Balls made of diamonds. This is where I came out half. Why? Because I saw this, it failed, but then we had this that came out past it. And I thought to myself, if we get another run up like this, past this, we're going to have a breakout. We're going to have a massive short squeeze, and this could move all the way up to $200. So I had to unload half my position here, and I took a $900 loss. I was down $900 at one point. Yes, very, very, very nerve-wracking. And but I mean, can you imagine? I would have been able to get out if I had waited for this move. I could have gotten out half my shares here, where I actually was adding to my position, and then I could have gotten out the rest probably here, and we would be up probably $400 or $500 on the day right now. But it's okay. I mean, it is what it is, guys. The trade idea was right. My timing was a little off. And for those of you who are just now coming in here, let me just kind of take a break. I'll address some of the comments in the chat. You can see this morning in pre-market, Wayfair had made a huge run up and a second huge run up. Okay, and we were way overextended here. And so I just went in 25 shares at, where was it? We can see right here. Where was the first 25 shares? 160.05, right? So 160.05 was where I went in the first 25 shares. And basically what happened was I was planning for it to get another strong push. And it did. And so I took my next 25 shares at 165.10. So I waited for a whole $5 move to jump in. And then you can see here, I waited for a whole another $5 move to jump in again. And I went ahead and went short again. Let's see, right here at 173. I didn't wait for a whole dollar move there because I thought, man, we're so far overextended right now. I need to bring my average up enough to where I can get out on this drop here. But it kept moving against me. And I figured what we could do. If you look here on the daily, I figured this is very possible that we're going to break out past 175 and have a huge squeeze up to the 180s somewhere. Okay, just because I was banking on it being, kind of like a fake breakout, so to speak. I've seen that so many times. The only thing that kept me confident was that, Wayfair, the news was not all that great on Wayfair, and so with the news not being all that great and knowing that this was probably a short squeeze, because I don't know if you guys, whoever was in here earlier, I was telling them that Wayfair has a 36% short float interest. Okay, think about that. 36% short float interest. This has got to be nothing but a massive, massive short squeeze. So that's what kept me confident. And I've seen this so many times where we've had short squeezes on bad news, by the way. Short squeezes, no, I'm not just talking about any short squeeze. I'm talking about short squeezes on bad news. We've had short squeezes on bad news that break out all-time highs and then just get a complete and total, utter, massive fail to the downside. That's the only thing that kept me confident. And so, yes, I was down, 1,500 roughly, 13, 14, 1,500 at a time or at one point on this stock. And I was just getting nervous when it was up here. And I just thought to myself, I was like, man, if this for some reason just continues to go on some massive tear to $200, like I don't want to risk that. And that's why I said I hated getting out. I hated taking that loss, but I knew the potential with the other half of my shares was still extremely good. I knew the potential, the upside for those last shares could still dig me out of the hole, which it did. You can see here, I'm up 95 now on it. I knew it could dig me out of the hole and probably even get me some profit. Okay, and I did add to my short here. I added to my position here. And I added again here. But you can see that it was very beneficial to do so. So yeah, we just kind of went on a wild ride with Wayfair this morning. I really am kicking myself I'm trying not to kick myself because I think it was a smart move to come out here, because we had no clue what was going to happen at that point. It had multiple run-up attempts, and usually this is a bearish signal right here when you see a break of a previous high from pre-market, but it can't quite clear high of day and it gets slammed back down by the sellers. That is usually a bearish move. But it's kind of an iffy bearish move because we're still above the VWAP. We're still above all major moving averages. And you just don't know. You just don't know. And at this point, you're playing a guessing game with yourself. And, as technical traders, we have to be disciplined enough, just like what I was talking about in this latest episode of The Trader's Mind. We have to be disciplined enough to follow through with our rules. And that means even when the plan may go against you, we can't sit here and just play around with our money and just say, gamble. We're not gamblers, we're traders. You don't want to just roll the dice and see what happens. And at this point up here, I felt like we were just rolling the dice. And I felt like, you know what? I need to at least take a loss. And then if I have to take another, couple $100 loss on top of that, then I'll do that. I've dug myself out of holes bigger than that. Not here lately, but in the past, I've definitely proven to be able to do so. So anyway, that's kind of the story on Wayfair this morning. I don't like that we're holding this 20-day moving average on the 5-minute. So maybe more beneficial for me to just come out and begin looking for other opportunities. I really want to get this move down to the lower 160s. I really think we can get down there, but it's getting to a place right now. I mean, I'm already back in the green. So there's a good solid move there. There we go. It's a good solid move there. Come on. Looks like it's continuing to get the sell off, so that's good. Let me just see if I can get out half my shares at 166.54. No, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Just because I think this could be it here. The break of 166. This could be the move. If it looks like it's going to go back up to 168, I'll come out half my shares. But it looks like we may actually get the drop here. We're breaking through that 20. We're about to break through 166. There we go. 165. Come out half there. So we're up 64.01. We've got 24 shares left at a 168.03 average. Wayfair has been really slow moving, but I'm pretty confident now we're going to get this move down, maybe even into the 150s now. So, um, now I'm wishing I didn't take that move on CHGG. Look at this. Can you imagine if I didn't take that move on CHGG? That was kind of a dumb move on my part. That was the opposite of what I was talking about in the Trader's Mind episode. I had a guy comment on the channel. One of our chat members had commented on the channel. He's like, man, you know, you need to take your own advice from the Trader's Mind. And he made 4 points. 2 of them I agreed with. 2 of them were not really valid in my opinion. I think that may just be a misconception on his part, but two of his points were valid. And you know, and I just had to explain to him that, look, I do these episodes of the Trader's Mind. Every bit of that is done for myself as much as it is anybody else. Why? Because we need to hear these lessons over and over and over again. All of us do. You know, this is why you have the most seasoned and professional day traders. You can go on some of these day trading channels out there, some of these guys who have been doing this 10, 15, 20 plus years, who still have these days where they're like smacking their heads and they're like, guys, I know better. I don't know why I did this. I just got caught in the FOMO, or I got caught. I mean, so if even the most professional seasoned traders are having those days where they're not following their rules, or they're breaking their rules, and they're not remaining completely disciplined, then how much more are we, beginner traders, going to experience those same things? Even those of us, like myself, who've been trading, for a few years, we may not be complete beginners, but it's, nobody's arrived here. I haven't arrived. Just because I have a channel and just because I know how to teach the principles, and I understand, how this stuff is supposed to work. I put these videos out to encourage people because I know the truth, but it doesn't mean that I completely, follow through with it myself perfectly, and I try to be transparent about that. Yoni B says, you are not lecturing like you know it all. You're kind of like, here's the lesson, let's learn it together. Exactly. So you're right. I put out these really cool episodes on the Trader's Mind that end up, being really, just really, really good, really insightful, full of wisdom and knowledge that we can all, glean from. But no, I don't do it perfectly. And I honestly don't know even, the most seasoned traders who do it perfectly. But yeah, but at the same time, I can't get mad at the guy, or I can't diss what he was saying, because he's right. At the end of the day, the dude's right. He's definitely given me a reprimand there. He's given me constructive criticism. I'm getting criticized by him, but he's right. Okay. And, I've got to be humble enough to admit that. And, but anyway, not trying to get off on too much of a tangent there, but I feel confident about this trade on W. I have been on trades many times before where I was down $500, $1,000, but because of the technicals, because of what everything was showing me, there was no reason for me to just ditch out on the whole trade. I mean, I could have taken a $1,500 loss, but why would I do that if I know, that fundamentally this is a weak stock? I know I've seen short squeezes like this time and time again, and there's just no reason to take that kind of a loss. Now, again, when we were up in this area here, yes, I kind of needed to do that, but that was just more about risk management, than anything else. And again, I held on to half my shares because I knew that there was still great potential for those shares to move, and for us to be pretty productive with those shares. And we were. and we were. So definitely not mad about that. Looks like we could be getting a bit of a pullback here. Okay, this could just be a squeeze though. This could just be a little bit of a short squeeze. So what I am going to do, let's just see. Let's just see. See what this does here. Okay, I'm going to come out half there, 167.71. Well, actually, no, I'm not. It's only 24 shares. I'll just take the loss if it breaks back over this candle here. Or if it looks like it's going to break back over it. Because this could just get a flush down here. I hate that it opened right there on the... Oh, completely blew past my order there. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm out. Completely out of W. So, all right, W's turning into chop right now. MVIS is losing its lunch, no longer interested. Tesla's making a move to the downside. NCLH, RCL. I don't know how interested in those trades I am. Oh, I should have gotten in on this. I should have gotten in on this. You guys saw me call it. I told you this was going to be a great pullback. Got a good move on that one. ZM. Boeing. I had an alert go off on Boeing. Where was that alert? Alert might have been at the break of 130. Where are we at here? Are we finding any kind of support? We kind of are. We could start looking for a reversal on Boeing actually. Okay, so I'm going to start tracking Boeing right now for a potential reversal. AMD, look at AMD. Getting a nice little drop here. Don't trust AMD. Uber. Nice bounce on Uber. Not even going to worry about Uber again. I do want to be alerted if Uber ends up looking like it's going to break 2647 or 2646, 2644. Okay, so 2644 would be it. Okay, so if, let's see, 2644. So Uber 2690 on the bid. Critical break at 2644. So I'm going to remove that from my list. Apple, let's see what's going on with Apple. William, sorry, man. I was not gonna call you out, but I appreciate you. I was not gonna call your name. Excuse me. I did not want to. You know, it seemed like I was Let's see. It was no offense intended, Matt. I like your channel and your honesty. Like I said, um, I agree with Sagar. Matt, maybe take a break before your next trade. Oh, okay. Give away. Da, da, da. Sorry, guys. I'm so far behind on this chat. But yeah, I'll go ahead and address William. No, William. I mean, that's that. No, I know that you were not trying to offend me, which is why I said, you were giving me constructive criticism. That's exactly how I took it. It was constructive criticism, and you're reprimanding me for not following my rules. I'm not above reproach. I mean, like I said, you made two really solid points. Obviously, on Tesla yesterday, I should have taken my loss on that first five shares, and I should have just let the trade play out a little bit more. So you were definitely right about that. And let's see. Oh, I forget the second point, but overall, you were making an observation, and I want people to be able to. I want people to be able to come to the channel and feel free to make those kinds of observations. It's a difference if you're trying to be a jerk about it. I mean, obviously there's trolls out there. Obviously there's people who are intentionally just trying to be jerks, right? Okay, well, I didn't take you as being that at all. So all I was doing by bringing up the constructive criticism on the video yesterday was just making a point that we all are still learning, and it's we're constantly growing, and we know what we should do, but we just don't always do it perfectly. I mean, and really, if you think about it, I mean, it's just like anything in life. I mean, I think we're imperfect human beings. We all have a tendency to stumble, to make mistakes, even when we know better. Sometimes we say things that we shouldn't say, and we know we shouldn't say them, but we just say them anyway because, sometimes it's hard to control our tongue. Sometimes it's hard to, not, just blurb out words. I heard a saying a long time ago. It says, the tongue weighs very little. It weighs very little, but it's extremely hard to hold. Okay, and that's true. Your tongue weighs what? Probably what? A pound? But it's the hardest thing for us to hold down. And it takes, so anyway, all that to say, I mean, we say things we shouldn't say sometimes. Sometimes we think things we shouldn't think, and do things we shouldn't do, and that's just part of being a human being. And I think that even really applies to any career field out there. I think, is there really anybody, no matter what kind of a career that you have, whether you're, a landscaper, a home builder, a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant. I mean, does everybody really do their job perfectly 100% of the time? No, of course they don't. You've got people that are 20 years deep, 30 years deep into the field that they're in, and they're still willing to admit that they make mistakes sometimes. So, we know the right thing to do, but we have, even in our human nature, a tendency to just not do it. We are, if you really think about it, we are prone to chaos. Case in point, think about when you straighten up your home, when you clean your home. You can break out the vacuum, you can mop, you can dust, you can put everything away and in its place. But then what? 2 weeks later, it's all back to clutter again. The stuff is left out, and there's crap all over the living room. What do you call it? Like the coffee table in the living room, and the kitchen table, and the counters, and there's papers everywhere, and and that's why you have to do it again. You've got to clean your house again. You got to get things in order again. And we'll do that for the rest of our lives. We clean our house every week or every other week. We're constantly having to clean. Why? Because things are just prone to chaos. Things are just prone to go back, to disorder. And we have to make efforts to keep things in order. So that can be very much said with trading as well. We have to constantly discipline ourselves. We have to constantly reel ourselves back in and make sure that we're doing the right thing. But let's see. Let me go up here. Okay, there's so many comments here, so I'm probably just not going to go through all of these, but keep it simple, stupid. I think that's where we left off, or that's where I really checked out. Um, yeah, I think that was actually a Dave Ramsey quote. You guys should look him up. That dude's an awesome entrepreneur, Dave Ramsey. He has these, like, he's really good with like financial stuff and entrepreneurial type stuff, and um, just he's got a YouTube channel. Just check out Dave Ramsey. I mean, he's really cool. He's got a lot of stuff. Anyway, but I know I've heard him say that a lot, and I'm almost sure he came up with that, but maybe he didn't. He's an older guy. He's like in his, I mean he's not like super old, but he's probably late 50s, I would say, late 50s. You have an INO swing from yesterday. Might need to add to it. Let me check that out, Yoni B. Let me see. I'm curious. INO swing. Are you shorting it? Are you shorting it? Oh, long INO. Okay, well then no. You need to get out of INO. You need to get out of that junk, bro. Take your profit. You probably already did. Let's see. It's an ad for me. Stop below 1050. Okay, well, you very well might get stopped out. But I don't know. INO has a tendency to, get bought up here and go on short squeeze tears. But I would take it as such. I don't know if INO is going to make a complete recovery. Not after this move here. And you can see on the 5-minute, it's staying below that 9 EMA. So just be careful with that. Have you guys heard about the meat shortage? BYND. Let's check it out. BYND looks like it could actually, let's see, 97. If it breaks 97.25, it could make a good solid move down to $95. I might even be interested in that. But BYND, this is what BYND does. It gets choppy. It's a freaking chop fest. But look at this. It has tapped on this so many times. I think this could be a good move for a short, actually, on BYND. But, man, there's very little being traded on it right now. I'll keep that on watch. BYND break of 97.40. I wanna know when it gets down there. Let's go check back on Bowen real quick. So I was thinking, well, there it is, BYND. Okay, there it goes. Is this it? Is this where it loses its lunch? BYND's tapped this level so many times. I just don't want to lose what I've done on the day. I'm hesitating here. Man, look at this. Beautiful move. I'm definitely hesitating. Wow. Here. You know what kind of a trade this is? This is a simulator trade right here. Where are we at? BYND. Let's wait for the pullback up to maybe 97. I'll go ahead and get in with 100 shares here. And I'll get in another 100 shares at up here. Look at this. It's going to start eating through that 97. Now, if I genuinely was trading this, I would probably add 100 shares if I saw a lot of selling on 97. Okay, let's see. Yoni B thought I was going to blow up today. Obviously, that didn't happen. Thank God. Let's see. Oh, thank God, Matt. I was scared for you. Read that already. Sorry, I'm looking back and forth from here at the chat, and I need to take a break after this trade, Matt. It would be good to reset the mind. True. Okay, how's it going? Quarantine life is growing on me. What's up, Notre Dame? Good to see you, man. Oh, day 1 of quarantine, Notre Dame. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, Sagar was up. Yoni B has a newborn also, just like Sagar. Keeps me busy when it's not market hours, but no one can stop me from day drinking, to be honest. My lady has been bugging me about white Russians for like 2 weeks now. I guess it's time. And just like Daddy went green on the day, yeah. Yeah, from down 1,500. Balls made of diamonds. I'm getting down there, guys. Let's see. Not lecturing. No offense intended. If we all agree, yeah. Well said. If we all agreed all the time, we would all be Muppets and nobody would make money. Work Diver says, well said. Note again. William, fair enough, bro. Probably sounded like a troll. Nah, man. It was fun. Who cares? Even if it did, you spoke your mind. Don't stop doing that. People willing to go out of their comfort is how things grow. Yep. I know, not looking great. Just let it stop me out. Okay. JV, been a while since I checked in on this channel. You trading sim now? What's up, JV? Good to see you. I am doing a combination of trading the sim. So, yeah, it's a combination of sim trading. So I'll show you my real broker account here in a second once I take this trade. Thinking about adding 2. I would probably go 200 shares if we saw a massive sell here. Let's see, here we go. We might start getting that sell-off. I'd go 200 shares short at 97. May get a little pullback. There we go. ridiculous. Okay, let me get back over here. Let's see. Good for you, man. I think more traders should be willing to at least test and sim, go back, practice test. Yeah. No, he does live in the mornings, and yeah. Yeah, Wayfair. Wayfair was quite the move this morning, JV. It's quite the move this morning. And looks like, let's see. Looks like we're getting the retest on Boeing finally. I'd be comfortable going in 50 shares on Boeing right here. So I get out at the break of 28. There we go. It's a nice little move up. It looks like it's going to fail. It's got to break 29. We've got to see a break of 29. I'll go ahead and take 25 there just to lock it in. And we'll see if we can hold that up through 29. Just might get a little scalp in here. $128.46. I think this should be, looks like these EMAs are about to cross. But it's making a lower high on the 2 minute. So we want to see a breakout here. Definitely want to see a breakout here. There we go. There we go. It's good. And it was going to come out half, but come on. Man, it keeps getting, could be bouncing off that 9 EMA on the 5 minute, so. Well, that's not good. This is the chop. The chop of Boeing. SPY looks like it's picking up. This is where Boeing makes its debut. There it is. Come on. Come on, Boeing. Push up through that 9 EMA. If it fails, I'll probably go ahead and take it here because I feel like we should be pushing up at this point. Feel we should be reclaiming that 9 EMA at this point. There we go. Come on. Come on, Bowen. Push past that 5 minute. Keep it going. SPY strong. There we go. We're getting that crossover. We should get the break over 129.06. Come on. Let's carry these. There we go. There we go. Continuation. We'll take half there at 129.28. If it'll get back up there. Nope. There we go. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Got a little bit of a fill there. So we've made just a cool little 15 bucks, just padding the wallet right now, padding the day for some commissions. And we'll hold on to that 13 shares. We'll see if it can get all the way up, you know, to VWAP or whatever. Make maybe another 20 bucks on it if we can. I'll tell you what though, if it cannot get, so we're getting the EMA crossover. I think I would just take it out at break even. If it fails right here, if it fails right here on the 5 minute and can't get back past here, I would have to take it out at 128.50. So we'll just say 13, stop at 128. I don't know, 49. We'll say. Let it break below 50. No, we'll do 50. Stop sell because the slippage will be not good. Because we really need to see this push here. We need to see this continue to move. Let's see how we're doing on that BYND trade. Oh, and it went against me. That's why we sim trade. That's why we sim trade. So I think that was William's other point. Yeah, I didn't do enough sim trading yesterday. And I should have. This is what I should have done yesterday. To William's point. Definitely should have done some sim trading. But while we're at it, I would probably still get in here. Okay, so yeah, JV, good to see you again though, man. Glad you're able to make it in here. So we have 200 at 97.55, which to be fair, since it's butting up against that EMA, so 300 at 97.59. So what I would normally do now is I would get out at the 300 at 51. Let's see. Uh-oh, it's breaking over that 9 EMA. So let's see, where could we add again? Could we add here? Yeah, we could. So I would add another, we'll say 200. So we got 97.88. And right now, again, just like with Wayfair, it would be about, decreasing our risk here. So I would say 97. I would just go ahead and get out 97.84, maybe pay for the trade on those 500 shares. Where is that? 84.92. Yeah. Yeah. We could probably get to 80. So we'll say 82. See if we can do that. There we go. We're getting continuation on Boeing, and Boeing has recovered the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. We've got an official 9 EMA, 20 EMA crossover on the 1 minute. 2 minutes about to get the crossover, but 1 minute is the most important as far as when you're going to get that crossover, as far as confirmation. And then if you can get that crossover while you're getting a breakout over on the 1 or on the 5-minute, that's usually pretty good for longs. And I think most of you guys probably know that. Wayfair, finally getting the break here. Pretty sure. Oops. Wait, did I miss that? Oh, come on. Man. Ah. Wayfair's getting crushed. And I completely missed that ad. Okay, so I'm going to say 166. 40. Man, this is about to go. I want to get 15 at 166.40. And I also want to take it at 165. That could be really good. Okay. We're going to look for the break here at 164. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. You should be breaking. You should be breaking. There's no reason why you should still be going. Okay, I'm going to come out, take a little bit of a loss on it. It's okay. And we're going to carry that other 25 shares as long as we possibly can. There we go. Come on. Man, Wayfair is so slow moving. But I think we're getting that breakdown now. So I'm going to say 163.60. Okay, good job on NCLH. 164.86. Really 163.40 is probably where I ought to take those. And we may get a pullback here. What's happening with Boeing? Boeing is getting a rejection, so No need to stay in Boeing. Going to go ahead and get out Boeing right here. So we're good. We're good on Boeing. Really 163. $20 is probably what we ought to go for. Where is it? Right here, 163.43. I'll keep it at 163.40. This should be going. I don't know why this is not going here. I'll take 10 at 164.06. Come on. Come on. Wayfair is so testy right now. See if we can get the fill on that 10 at 164. Come on. Okay. So we got 15 left on Wayfair. We've got $80 on the day. And I'll just see what that 15 can do. This is making me a little too nervous. It's just not how you would think that after finally losing this level here at 165.72 that it would at least, come crushing down to test these levels here, but really it's making me nervous. I don't know why it's not getting any kind of resolution. It might be just because of what time it is in the day today, so need to figure out an exit point. $165.55, I guess. I could come if it comes over that, although if it does it, I don't want to put a stop here, because if it does this at a light capacity or on light volume, I might even just consider it as a good place to add. But 164.20. Now if it comes over 165.55, I'm going to get out. So, all right, so I got my stop set. CHGG finally looks like it's rolling over, but don't know if that's rolling over for sure. NCLH, sure, okay. His trade will be done by the time he reads this. Yeah, I'm just now catching up. Um, let's see. RCL, Guild, ZM. Love it when ZM does this. This is great for ZM. Can usually get a nice move on the pullback. I'll have to wait for the next climb. I don't want to get in quite yet. So Boeing, looking like it could still be good for a reversal. AMD, what a crushing rejection from VWAP. Look at this. Man, beautiful. Apple, nice. I've been getting kind of used to trading Apple. W, finally getting the break. Look at that. Man, I wish I held on to those 50 shares. Hindsight's 2020. I've got $250 right now in my hindsight account. Or $250 on the day in my hindsight account. So now I'd probably want to get out at the break of 165. 23. It's getting a constant move to the downside, y'all. I don't know if I should even have a stop set right now. But it's late in the day. You know, bad things happen. We're starting to trade against the trading bots. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold on to this 15 shares. I'm going to keep my stop where it's at. And hopefully I'll come in later today and this will just have trickled all the way down to like $150. But guys, I am going to have to keep it moving. So good day today. I tell you what, it would have been a really big day if I had been able to hold on to these shares up here. But again, you know, at some point you've got to be willing to do what you have to do to reduce your loss and to reduce your risk. And it was a hard pill to swallow. It was a mean bullet to bite, but I bit it nonetheless. I did what I had to do, held on to the rest of the shares to let them run, and ended up still in the profit. So, you know, I consider it a good day. I'm not mad. A little frustrated maybe, but I think today was pretty solid overall. And like I said, I'll just begin coming in here and just pulling my stop down as the day moves on. I'm going to leave it where it's at right now because we could get one of these or one of these right here. You know, you always, you know, there could be some kind of somebody's, you know, buying themselves out of their short position. But Wayfair really, I mean, the way that it's going right now, it really does look like it could be one of those stocks that just gradually, you know, has a sell off all day. And so I'll continue to lower my stops. And you know, if I have to get out, I have to get out. But if it continues to flush, we'll do well. You guys will come back later and you'll see that I've got a, you know, I don't know, $170 on the day maybe. We'll see. So appreciate it, Work Diver. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, that comeback is one for the record books, Yoni B. I agree. This might get me out here. Look at this. See, I told you. You got to set your stop far enough away because these wicks will shoot up like this. Now, it may continue to come all the way up here, but it may continue to drift down. So it would be interesting to see. I'll see if I can keep this live stream on just a little bit longer to see if it actually... So 165.55 is where I had it, yeah. If it breaks 163.40, I'll go ahead and end the live stream because I think if it breaks 163.40, especially 163, I can't see it squeezing all the way back up to that stop. I think from that point we will continue to get the run down. It's going to at least work its way down to 160, and I may decide to get out there. So appreciate it, Sagar. Thanks, Notergen. Let's see if it breaks here. See if it breaks. Or let's see if it gets me out. I could see it doing a double bottom at 161.24. But then again, I can't treat any of this as real genuine support because I believe that this was a real genuine short squeeze. And so I don't know, I don't see how 161.24 would even act as any kind of support. Now maybe 154. I mean, at this point in the day, mind you, at this point in the day. Now earlier when things were wild and taken off, yes, I think you know, like for example, right here, this came down and touched over here perfectly. You know, because you had a lot of traders on this, everybody was looking at it, everybody's watching it, but right now it's just kind of like I said, this may just continue on a slow decline all day long, and really not see any of this as, you know, any kind of major level of support. I think what it'd be better to kind of zoom out on the daily and see where the support could potentially be on the daily, and I think the next potential solid support on the daily would be right around here, right around the 150 area. Maybe even the 152 area. So I might let it drift, and like I said, I'll gradually lower my stop, and then if it does make it down to, you know, the 152 area, maybe even 153, you know, then I'll consider taking it. This right here seems like it could act as support. But I would say more so if it takes it like all the way to the end of the day to get down here, then I think in power hour that would definitely be identified as support. Let's see. So let's see. Apple's testing this for a breakout. Apple could be just double topping here, but SPY's looking pretty strong. So look at the SPY here. See, it's just having a nice, beautiful run up today. I think it's going to form a higher low. I don't think it's going to go for the breakout of 294, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong on that. It is hitting up against a pretty critical level here at 288.71. So you can see I still have that trend. Look at how that trend line was respected. It was never broken. It's never broken. I know it's hard to see with all those lines in the way, but look, it was never broken. I'm going to get rid of those. Clear those out a little bit. Clear that one out. It's interesting. Wayfair. What are you doing? What are you doing, Wayfair? Well, it broke 163.40, but it's just, man, what chop? What chop? So, all right, guys. Well, good day today. We'll end in the green. You know, I don't know how much in the green, but we will end in the green today, and I am happy about that, especially with how things started today. So you guys were here to witness it, and glad you rode went on that rodeo ride with me, so to speak. We'll look forward to getting back in here tomorrow and hopefully having another great day. All right, guys, take care.